Good morning. It is time for your top three things. City of Franklin, I'm Eric Stuckey, your city administrator, and we're out here today at the Sanitation and Environmental Services offices here on Century Court in Franklin. So I have my official top three thing posted and we're ready to roll. So the first item is probably a little bit of a tip-off since we're out here at Sanitation and Environmental Services, and we wanted to talk recycling. A few weeks ago we had a video or a posting on our Facebook page, and we had a couple questions from our citizens about blue bag recycling and how that worked. And so we're going to be putting out tomorrow, which is Trash Talking Tuesday, when we share information about sanitation and recycling. We're going to be talking about recycling, and I have a special friend with me to help emphasize how important recycling is. This is Buddy Bluebag, our best friend and a big advocate for recycling in Franklin. And one of the things we're really proud of is that we have over 60% of our citizens participating, which is one of the best rates you'll find anywhere. But we think we can do even better, Franklin, so we want to get it out there. And what we're going to show you on Tuesday is a video that takes the blue bag from curbside all the way through the process to its end. We partner with Marshall County, and they help us process the recycling. So you will see that whole process played out later this week. So tune in and check it out. And great job, buddy. Keep up the recycling. All right. All right, now we're on to number two. Not too far from here either, Columbia Avenue. We talked a little bit about that last week when we answered some questions, and wanted to let you know officially the Board of Mayor and Aldermen will have a special work session about Columbia Avenue on Wednesday, August 30th, and that'll take place at City Hall. It'll be a little bit of a unique setup. We're going to start at 4:30, and from 4:30 to 6, there will be an open house. So anyone can come in, ask questions. We'll have displays up about the different concepts that we're working on in terms of design and what's going on and how it might affect different addresses throughout the area on Columbia Avenue. Again, that project runs from Downs Boulevard to the north all the way to Mack Hatcher on the south. So that project is continuing to move forward. And then at 6 o'clock on the 30th, the board will have a special work session dedicated entirely to talking about that project and the different options that are available to us as we continue through that decision-making process. So stay tuned, come to that. We'd love to have you out and enjoy that informational session and learn a little more about what's going on. If you can't wait till the 30th to learn more about Columbia Avenue, go to our website. We've got a special page dedicated to the Columbia Avenue project. We're putting new videos up all the time. We just did one about why the project is important. You'll have one up later this week that has the two different primary design concepts and has our engineering staff walking you through the entire design. So there's lots of ways to get information. We want to make sure the public is fully informed as we make important decisions about this project. All right, time for number three. And it's about school, kids. Sorry, summer's about over. School starts on Thursday, and we wanted to just highlight that because it always changes traffic patterns around the community, and especially as it starts up, be extra aware as you're traveling to and from work around the community that might be something to keep an eye out for. We want to keep our students, our drivers, our bus drivers safe, and keep an eye on that. It will add a little bit to your travel time. So plan accordingly there as well. And hey, if you're looking for a great part-time job, we still have a couple openings for school crossing guards. So you can get out there and help our students and public get to and from school safely. If you're interested in that, go to the city website. We're taking applications still for that job. All right, so those are your three things. We're talking about blue bag recycling, how important it is. Columbia Avenue, August 30th. For your public event, public meeting and work session, and then 3, schools back on Thursday. So I wanted to answer a couple questions from last week. Our first question dealt with recycling. It was Damon asked us about the possibility of the city moving towards the plastic totes for recycling. And that is absolutely a good idea and one that we continue to look at. We have not gotten to that point yet. It is an expensive proposition. Each of those totes costs somewhere around $75 each, and so that's a pretty expensive thing to take on, but we do want to look at it. It does have some added convenience, but the beauty of the blue bag is you can use as many blue bags as you need to get your recycling out. So we're going to continue to look at that and see how that might fit into our strategy long term for recycling. Number 2 was about when the next phase or second phase of Bicentennial Park will take place. Again, earlier this year we opened the Point Park area and the area around Hillsborough or Fifth Avenue. That was opened. We've got some trail connectivity now in place that will take you onto the trails that run through Chestnut Bend neighborhood and up to the rec center and into downtown on the south. And we're looking at ways to connect Bicentennial Park to Pinkerton Park. So that one's an active project and ideas that we're looking at now today. So that one's still ongoing, and we've highlighted some key projects for the board to consider in what we're calling the second phase of the capital investment projects. And the next group of projects related to Bicentennial Park is definitely on that list. So there'll be more discussion as the board looks at their capital investment or the Invest Franklin projects a little later this year. So that's your questions from last week that we answered this week. Do we have any questions this week? Okay, so that's no problem. If you have other questions you want to ask, feel free to ask them as you watch this video, and we will answer them both on Facebook and next time we do this with your top 3 things. That's it for this week. Have a great week, Franklin, and thanks for tuning in to the top 3 things.